You just finished your 200-hour yoga teacher training, you have a certificate, and you have absolutely no idea what to do next? Here's your 90-day roadmap. I'm Sage Rountree, and I help yoga teachers build confident, sustainable teaching careers. I've been training yoga teachers since 2011, and the number one thing I hear from new graduates is, now what? This video is the answer I wish someone had given me. By the end of this video, you'll have a concrete week-by-week plan for your first 90 days after yoga teacher training, the exact steps that turn a certificate into an actual teaching life. If you're still figuring out what kind of yoga teacher you want to be, I have a free mini course called Fundamentals of Confident Teaching inside Comfort Zone Yoga. Link is in the description. It's a great companion to everything I'm about to share. The single most important thing you can do in the first 2 weeks after graduation is teach. Not plan to teach, not research studios, not redesign your Instagram grid. Teach. Grab a friend, grab your partner, grab your neighbor who's been curious about yoga. Tell them you're a newly certified yoga teacher and you need practice humans. Almost everyone will say yes. And here's what I want you to do in these first sessions. Teach a simple class using what you learned in your training. Don't try to be creative yet. Don't try to impress anyone. Just run through a solid, balanced sequence and practice the basics. Cueing clearly, watching the room, managing your timing. And this is the part most people skip. In those first 2 weeks, record yourself. Set up your phone in the corner and let it run. You don't have to show anyone. But watching yourself teach is one of the fastest ways to improve. You'll catch things you'd never notice in the moment. Filler words, pacing issues, moments where you lost your train of thought. It's uncomfortable and it is incredibly useful. Teach at least 3 or 4 times in those first 2 weeks. Free, no pressure, no expectations. The goal isn't perfection, it is mileage. It's getting in the reps. Every class you teach in this first 2-week window builds a little more confidence for the ones that actually count. One more thing. If your training gave you a lesson plan or a set sequence, use it. Don't reinvent the wheel yet. You just spent months learning frameworks for a reason. Now is the time to lean on them. And if your training didn't give you one, let me give you one. Sign up for my newsletter at the link in the description, and I'll send you my greatest hits lesson plan. Teaching in a vacuum gets lonely fast. By the end of your first month, you need 2 things: a community of other yoga teachers and honest feedback on your teaching. Let me start with community. One of the biggest surprises after graduation is how isolating it can feel. During your training, you had a cohort, people who understood what you were going through. Suddenly you're on your own, and the people in your life, as supportive as they are, don't really get what it's like to stand at the front of the yoga classroom and wonder if you're doing it right. Find a community of yoga teachers, online, in person, wherever you can. If you don't already have one, The Zone is my free community for yoga teachers. Over 2,700 members at present, monthly live calls, and a place to ask the questions you're too embarrassed to ask anywhere else. I'll drop the link below. There are other communities out there too. The point is, don't do this alone. The second piece is feedback. Ask your practice students, the friends and family from weeks 1 and 2, what they actually experienced. Not, did you like it? That's too vague. Ask, was anything confusing? Did the pacing feel right? Was there a moment where you didn't know what to do? Asking specific questions will get you useful answers. If you can, find a mentor or a more experienced teacher who is willing to watch you teach and give you real notes. This is worth more than almost anything else you can do in your first year. By month 2, you've got some reps under your belt and a support system behind you. Now it's time to find real teaching opportunities. Here's the honest truth. Nobody is going to come calling to hand you a teaching job. You have to go find it. That can feel intimidating, but it also means you're not waiting for something to happen. You're not waiting for permission to arrive. Start by making a list of every place within a reasonable distance that offers yoga or could offer yoga. Studios, obviously, but also gyms, community centers, recreation departments, corporate offices, churches, senior centers, schools, sports teams. The range of places that want yoga teachers is wider than most new grads realize. Then reach out. Email the studio owner or the fitness director. Keep it short and professional. Introduce yourself, mention your training, and ask if they have any openings or would be open to you teaching a trial class. Offer to sub. Covering other teachers' classes when they're away is one of the better ways to get your foot in the door. A few practical tips. Take class at any studio before you pitch them. You need to understand their vibe, their students, their style. Walking in cold and asking for a job without ever having been a student there is a miss. Be flexible on format and on schedule. Your first teaching gig will probably not be at your dream time slot. It might be a 6 a.m. class at a gym or a Tuesday mid-afternoon gentle class at a community center. Take it. Every class is practice, every class builds your reputation, and every class puts you in front of students who might follow you to the next thing. Don't get discouraged by rejection. Studios have limited schedules. Sometimes the timing isn't right. A no today doesn't mean no forever. It means not right now. Stay in touch, keep subbing, keep showing up. That's my best advice as someone who owned a brick-and-mortar yoga studio for 15 years and wrote the schedule. By month 3, you could have at least one regular teaching slot, even if it's a weekly class at a community center or a gym. If you don't have one yet, that's okay. Keep knocking on doors. But when you do, here's what matters: consistency. Teach the same lesson plan for a month. I know that might sound counterintuitive. Don't you need to keep things fresh? Here's what I have learned in over 20 years of teaching. Your students get better when they repeat the same structure. They go deeper. They hear things that they missed the first time. And you get better too. You refine your cues, you catch what works and what doesn't, and your planning time drops dramatically. This is the greatest hits approach and is one of the best things you can do for both your teaching and your sanity. One more thing I want to be honest about. Don't expect to be making a ton of money in those first 90 days or even in the first year. Teaching yoga is a very good side hustle. Building it into something more takes time, business skills, and patience. Stay humble, keep working, keep getting better at the craft. The yoga teachers who build sustainable careers are the ones who treat this as a long game, not a sprint to fill their schedule. Set realistic goals for this 90-day period. One regular class, a growing list of students who come back, a teaching practice that feels like it's starting to sound like you, not a copy of your training teacher's style, but something you're building with your own voice. Where are you in your post-YTT journey right now? Still in training, just graduated, or already teaching? Let me know in the comments. If you want ongoing support as you build your teaching career, 2 resources worth checking out. The Zone is my free community of 2,700 plus yoga teachers with monthly calls, peer support, a place to ask anything. And if you want structured tools to keep growing, sequences you can follow along with, lesson planning resources, and monthly live calls with me in a small group setting, the Prep Station is my membership for working yoga teachers. Links to both are in the description. And if you're still looking for the right 200-hour training, or you wish yours had given you more practical preparation for these first 90 days, my Comfort Zone Yoga 200-hour yoga teacher training is built specifically to make sure you never have to wonder now what on graduation day. It's Yoga Alliance registered, American Yoga Council accredited, and designed around the frameworks I've been developing for over 20 years. That link is below as well. Next in this series, I am tackling a question every working yoga teacher eventually asks: which continuing education actually matters? I'll break down the Yoga Alliance CEU system and give you my honest take on where to invest your time and money. Subscribe now so you don't miss it.